This is your homework helper, Mrs. Anderson. Today I will help you with Lesson 6, Multiply Decimals by Powers of 10. Please have your homework page ready and let's begin. Let's check out this homework helper section right here. If we're going to multiply a decimal by a power of 10, we can do it this way. Here is 35 hundredths multiplied by 100. Here I multiply 0 times 5, 0 times 3, and 0 times 0. Then I'm multiplying in the tens column, so I put a 0 down. 0 times 5, 0 times 3, 0 times 0, and I get all of those zeros. Then I'm going to multiply by 1, but I'm in the hundreds place, so I'm going to add 2 zeros. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 0 is 0. We're not going to add that up. Okay, then I add it all up. Now what I do is I check to see how many places are after the decimal. There's 2. So down here, I will need 2 places after the decimal. So my answer is 35. That's one way to do it. Here's another way to do it. Because I'm doing powers of 10, I can move the decimal point. Each place in a decimal number, or in a number, each place to the right or to the left is 10 times less or 10 times more. So here, if I have 35 hundredths and I multiply by 100, because I'm multiplying by a power of 10, I can count how many zeros I have. I have 2 zeros, and I can move the decimal place 2 times to make the number bigger. I am multiplying, so I need the number to get bigger, and 35 is bigger than 35 hundredths. So let's take I'll look at a couple of these. Here I have 13 hundredths multiplied by 10. This is a power of 10 number, so I can move the decimal point. I need to count how many zeros I have. I have 1 0, so I can move this 1 place to the right to make the number 10 times bigger. Right now I have 13 hundredths, and the number that will be 10 times bigger is 1 3/10. So I moved my decimal 1 time because there's 1 0, and that is my answer. Let's do another one together here. Here I have 1 4/10 multiplied by 1,000. This is a power of 10 number, like 10, 100, 1,000. Those are my powers of 10. So I can count how many zeros I have and move my decimal point 3 times. I have 3 zeros, so I'm going to move my decimal point 3 times. So I'll move it once, 2 times, 3 times, and put my decimal point here. I'll need to put zeros in these spaces. Now, when I move my decimal point, I'm timesing by 1,000. So that means I need to make my number bigger. So my answer will be 1,400. All right, and you'll continue doing the same thing here. Oh, it looks like I have an exponent, so I'll do this one first. When I have an exponent, that means 10 times 10 times 10, or 1,000, and the 3 is telling me I'm going to have 3 zeros. So all I need to do is look at the 3 and then move my decimal point 3 times to make the number bigger. I need to be going to a bigger number. All right, you'll finish the rest of the problems on this side. On the back, for exercises 7 and 8, we're going to use this table, okay, which shows school store prices. So here, how much would it cost to buy 10 pens from the school store? I'll come over here and look at pens. Each pen is 80 cents, so I'll write down 80 cents. And if I'm going to buy 10 of them, that means I will times by 10. Then I'll do the very same thing I did on the front. Because this is a power of 10, I can move my decimal. So what I can do here is move my decimal 1 time to make the number bigger, and now I have 8.0. Okay, because this is money, I'll need to put another 0 on here. It will cost $8 to buy 10 pens that are 80 cents each. All right, how much will it cost for 10 pencils and 1 notebook? You'll need to do the pencils first. Pencils are 50 cents, so you'll need to do 50 cents times 10 and get your answer. And 1 notebook. When we say and, that's plus, so once you have an answer right here, then you'll need to go up and see how much the notebook costs and add one notebook. Now, when we add decimals, decimal numbers, remember that our decimal points have to be even, and the numbers that we're adding, they have to be in the tenths place or the ones place, and we add them up. All right, number 9, the school purchased 100 trophies to give to the honor roll students. If one trophy costs $4.32, how much would it cost for all of the trophies? I'm going to take my 100 and multiply by $4.32. Okay, so I'll be moving my decimal point 2 times to the right so that the number will be bigger. Okay. Rico is finding 7 5/10 multiplied by 100. Find and correct his mistake. The way I find a mistake is I do the problem. So if I have 7 5/100 times 7 5/10 multiplied by 100, I'm multiplying by powers of 10. So I have 2 zeros. I can move it 2 times to make it a bigger number. Okay, so this is the number that I would end up with. I'll have to put a 0 right here. And this is the number that Rico ended up with. So you'll need to write down what his mistake was. Elise is cutting strips of paper for a scrapbook page. Each strip is 1 5/10 centimeters wide. How wide will 10 strips of paper be? Okay, we're multiplying again. Take this number, multiply by 10 to get the correct answer. Thanks for watching this homework helper video. If you have questions, feel free to ask me tomorrow at school.